World War I wasn't just fought with bullets and bombs. In the trenches, survival often came down to what you could build, steal, or, well, just improvise. Soldiers created tools that were clever, brutal, and honestly, pretty terrifying. Some worked so well they spread across the front. Others were so savage, commanders rushed to ban them. So, here are 8 survival tools from the Great War. Deadly effective, but forbidden. Imagine stabbing and punching at the same time. That's what trench knuckle knives offered. Blades welded to brass knuckles. Perfect for close-quarters chaos. Too perfect, actually. They were so savage, many officers banned them, calling them, inhumane. Did that stop soldiers from hiding them? Not a chance. Sometimes silence meant survival. Soldiers built crude clubs studded with nails, bolts, and wire. One swing could end a fight instantly. Commanders hated them. Too primitive, too brutal. But in the black of night, when ammo ran dry, a spiked club was the difference between life and death. These German bayonets had teeth along the back, designed as wood-cutting tools. But once the enemy saw them, fear turned into fury. Captured soldiers carrying them were sometimes executed on sight. The weapon was banned in 1917, but veterans swore it was one of the most effective tools they ever carried. Before Molotov cocktails got their name, World War I soldiers were already making them. Bottles filled with fuel, a rag as a fuse, tossed into dugouts, bunkers, and trenches. The result? Fire and chaos. But honestly, they were unpredictable. Sometimes the thrower burned alive. Militaries banned them fast, insisting on grenades instead. The Americans brought pump-action shotguns to the front. They called them trench brooms because they could sweep through enemy positions in seconds. The Germans were horrified, calling them a war crime. They demanded a ban. Officially, they weren't outlawed, but many commanders restricted their use to avoid retaliation. Soldiers, though, they loved them. Sticking your head above a trench was a death sentence, so, soldiers got creative. They built rifles with mirrors and ropes, letting them fire from cover. Genius, right? But also, honestly, pretty unreliable. They jammed. They misfired. Commanders banned them in favor of trained snipers. Still, they saved countless lives in a pinch. Forget nails. Some soldiers built full-on medieval weapons. Heavy clubs topped with lead or iron balls. One strike could smash helmets and skulls. Commanders called them barbaric, even outlawed them. But in trench raids, where silence mattered more than anything, these maces kept showing up. When poison gas first rolled across no man's land, soldiers had no masks. So they improvised, soaking rags in urine and tying them across their faces. Crude. Disgusting. But sometimes it worked. Authorities banned the practice once proper masks arrived. Yet countless men swore that trick was the only reason they lived. These weren't the weapons you see in history books. They were desperate inventions, born in the mud, blood, and fear of the trenches. Some were clever, some were horrifying. All of them were banned. But for the men who used them, these tools weren't just weapons. They were survival itself.